You know what's great when we get into this time of year? You know what's great is I can do mock drafts. And instead of you guys complaining about it being way too early for me to do mock drafts, you can complain about much more important things, as in the fact that I even do mock drafts and how terrible my mock drafts are. You need it. You! All of you! It's therapeutic. But we're at that time of year where every week or two, I'll be uploading a mock draft, typically on Mondays. Mock Draft Monday. Makes sense to me. Anyways, let's go ahead and dive right into this like it's a fucking juicy muff. Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Alright, so you can peep it. It's just a one-round mock this time. All 32 picks in the description box down below. I was doing this mock draft during the Sunday night game. Just got over a little bit ago. I'm assuming this will be uploaded some point in time, late Monday, early Tuesday, something like that. So we know the top 20 picks for sure. The non-playoff teams, picks 21 through 32, are technically yet to be determined. What we do know is Arizona won something this year, the rights to the number 1 overall pick. They sure tried to screw it up on Week 17 Sunday, didn't they? What are you doing? Why are you trying to win? No, you came so far. You were so close. Well, they found a way to get the job done. And surely Steve Wilkes is going to be gone because he stinks. But I'm sure Michael Bidwell has this deep-seated man crush on Steve Keim, so he probably will be retained. The answer is why. It's Steve Keim that hired Steve Wilkes. It is Steve Keim that signed Sam Bradford. It is Steve Keim that ultimately built the team that ended up getting the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. So keep that in mind when you look at who I've got them taking number 1. You'd be like, how the hell are they going to pass on Nick Bosa? What the hell makes you think they would take Nick Bosa? The hell makes you think they would get it right? What the hell makes you think they would take arguably the best player in the draft? Based off of what? Fantasy? Fantasy? Now, that said, how much impact is an edge rusher really going to have on Josh Rosen? And ultimately, if you're the Cardinals, you got to hope to God you get more out of Rosen than you did in year 1. Now, surely it's not all his fault. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. Not saying that at all. But yeah, it wasn't pretty either. You look at the situation and you say, okay, how do you help Josh Rosen? Protect him better would probably be a great way to do that. And in the process, you also help out your stud running back, David Johnson, too. Now, is Jonah Williams really worth a number 1 overall pick in the draft? God, no. But leave it to the Cardinals in a year where they get the number 1 overall pick to not have that clear-cut guy that could really help them on the offensive side of the ball. But that said, Williams is arguably the best lineman in this draft, would help protect Josh Rosen, would help in the running game. So there's an argument to be made. Don't know if it's a good one, but there is an argument to be made. The 49ers will make that argument for him because they sure as hell, I'm sure, would love to have Nick Bosa drop into their laps. It kind of reminds me of the Texans of about a decade ago, where they're taking Jason Babin in the first round, Travis Johnson in the first round, and Moby Okwuegbunam in the first round. And then you come around and they finally get it right, truly, with J.J. Watt. And you look at the 49ers, it's a mixed bag. Armstead, Buckner, stud. Thomas, real disappointment. Nick Bosa would probably be another stud. And you bring him into that mix along with Buckner, and if you can get anything out of Solomon Thomas at all at this point, that 49ers defensive front is going to be pretty scary for the next couple of years. You go to the Jets without a second-round pick. What do? Sure, you would love to help out Sam Darnold, but at this point, it would feel like them taking anybody on the offensive side of the ball, at least where we stand right now, would be a massive reach. Got to go defensive side. It's either Williams or Allen. I probably would lean towards Josh Allen, the edge rusher from Kentucky, because it's the one thing they've really lacked on defense for several years. Yes, it would be yet another first-round pick on the defensive side of the ball for the Jets. Todd Bowles is going to be gone, but somehow McCagnon, the GM, is going to stay. Again, don't ask me how. The GMs that hire the coaches that get fired, that are the ones that construct the rosters that end up picking in the top 3, top 5, and top 10, and they stick around. Must be nice work if you can get it. The Raiders at 4, doesn't matter. Williams would be a nice start to the rebuild, that's for sure. The Bucs at 5, maybe taking Deionte Thompson makes up for passing on Derwin James last year, which to me, I'm sorry, was a big oopsie. A lot of you are going to say big oopsies with me slating the Giants to not take a quarterback, but at what point in time do you have any thoughts that this organization is really ready to give up on Eli Manning? If they didn't take a quarterback last year in a superior quarterback class, why would they take one this year in an inferior class? They could, but they just can't quit Eli, which means the Jaguars will be in a position to take Dwayne Haskins, and they should run to the podium and do so. The hell with bringing in a Joe Flacco or Nick Foles or anybody like that. Get that young quarterback on a rookie contract. Just because you screwed up on Blake Bortles doesn't mean that Dwayne Haskins is going to be Blake Bortles. Want some Blake Bortles facts? Here's fact number 1. Blake Bortles sucks. Here's Blake Bortles fact number 2. He sucked in college. It was overrated as shit. Here's Blake Bortles fact number 3. He's never going to not suck. He's just a newer Blaine Gabbert with a little more talent. There you go. There you go. Now, I've got Drew Lock going 10 to the Broncos. Again, just to screwed up my Paxton list doesn't mean you can shy away from taking another quarterback in the first round, especially because otherwise you get stuck in a position where you give a Case Keenum $18 to $20 million and you end up with a losing record and picking in the top 10. You could have done that drafting a rookie quarterback. Just saying. Just saying. I would expect a couple more quarterbacks to potentially go in round 1, but we shall see. Again, you could peek my mock draft and bitch about it. Feel free. I hope it makes you feel better later.